Guys, there are spoilers for this film and this review, so if you don't want to be a victim of the Y2K bug, go watch the film and come back. You have been warned. Hey guys, and welcome back to episode of Take It Tuesday. I'm Durst, and this week we watched Y2K, the new A24 release starring Jaeden Martell. Now, this film was alright. I mean, it wasn't really great, but it wasn't terrible. I don't really know how to describe it. It was just like, I like the idea, like, it was entertaining, but before I go on a little tangent, boy, I thought this film was okay. I'll tell you why, and more, back at the house.
We are experiencing major problems as a result of the Y2K breakdown.
Bye-bye, human race.
We're talking global computer apocalypse.
Fuck this!
But it's cool that we got to hang out for once.
Oh, let go!
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Take It Tuesday. I'm your host, Ronan Time HD, and this week we watched Y2K, released by A24, directed and written by Kyle Mooney, who just so happens to have the most violent death in the movie, as he also has a role as a stoner side character, starring as the main character, Jaeden Martell, also featuring Julian Dennison, and the greatest fictional character in all of fiction, Fred Durst, as himself, which was an important third act side character. You could not have made the movie without him. He was integral to the history of Y2K. He had a concert in '99 that one time. Anyway, this film, I will say, it was alright. I mean, I wouldn't say it's great. It wasn't awful. But I will say, I probably will never watch it again. You know, it's just kind of a whatever movie. For A24 even, I feel like this is kind of below their standard. I mean, obviously, they release a lot of indie films. It doesn't even, like, they don't have a seal of quality, I guess you can say. They just release a lot of, you know, indie films, and not all of them are going to be top-tier, fucking lighthouse quality. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious, but I just feel like when I go into an A24 movie, I know I'm going to get kind of weird, like, experimental, like, indie stuff, you know? But this movie, I feel like it played it kind of safe, for the most part, you know? I feel like the funniest part was literally just, like, Fred Durst just being here as himself. And he was, like, a member of the group, like, at the end of the movie. It was just absolutely ridiculous. And I think just, like, the idea of fucking Fred Durst saving the world with music and then becoming the senator of an unnamed state. And I think it's funny because, like, that sounds like something that would be in the movie Idiocracy. Honestly, a singer saves the world from an AI uprising, and then he becomes a senator and a tech company CEO and still releases Limp Bizkit music from time to time. I just think that's funny. I wonder if Fred Durst would have ran for president. Oh my god, he would have gotten my vote, even though I didn't exist then, but I would have done it from, I don't even know. I would have done it as a cellular organism. But anyway, so here's the thing. I'm having fun with this, but I will say I'm just doing that because, like, as I said, there's not a lot to talk about. I think there was a bit of a surprise in the character deaths in this movie, because 2 characters died, like, damn near the beginning of the movie, who I thought were gonna last a lot longer. Like, Jaeden Martell's best friend character, Julian Dennison's character. I forgot his name. But, like, he died really early on. And it was kind of like hard to believe that, like, because he felt like, oh, the like fun best friend side character that I assume probably was gonna die, but like at the end of the movie, right? You assume like usually characters like that die at the end, but he died at the beginning, and I guess it was like a driving force for the story, I suppose. And it was kind of unexpected the way he died. There was like a robot at the door, and he just like stabbed him, and he died. Well, he had like a little dramatic moment, and he gave him a condom, and then he died. I'm not going to explain that at any point. I'm just going to say that completely out of context. But he dies, and then there's this other guy who, he was like this like punk kind of douchey asshole, like poser, I guess. And he was an asshole. And he was kind of an annoying character, and I think the way he died was pretty amusing. So there was a point in the movie where after Julian's character died, the other character, this annoying like long-haired beanie guy, he was a pretty douchey, annoying character, kind of an asshole. He'd been annoying throughout most of this point of the film. He wasn't really like funny. He was just kind of annoying. At this point, he had like rollerblades, and he was gonna like do a sick trick off a tipped over basketball hoop. And he went to do it, and he fell, and he cracked his skull on the pavement, and he died immediately. And I think that was honestly like probably the funniest non-Fred Durst related thing in this movie. Like, he literally, and the funniest thing is during that scene they play a Limp Bizkit song, so I guess it is Fred Durst related. But damn it. Fred Durst, you haunt my dreams. But he does the trick. I think they play break stuff, and it's like about the thing it's about to drop. It's like, it's just one of those days, and then he falls down and he dies. It's really funny. I'm sorry, Break Stuff is such a funny song. It's like, it's just one of those days. I forgot the rest of the lyrics, but I just think it's funny when you open like a hard new metal rock song with it's just one of those days. I don't know, that's just funny to me. Maybe that's because I saw an out of context clip of a guy playing a VR game yelling at a baby in a crib, yelling at the baby with that song. I don't know. Maybe that's why it's funny to me. I don't know. But, anyway. I can't get it out of my head now. But, yeah, this is just Fred Durst the review. This is just Fred Durst the movie. That's what this should have been. Fred Durst Saves the World. That's what this movie should have been called. This movie should have just been about Fred Durst. More Fred Durst propaganda. We need more of it. But I just think that this movie, as I said, the most entertaining part was the emphasis on Limp Bizkit. I think that was the funniest part about this movie. The funniest part was literally all the Fred Durst stuff. It was just the most entertaining stuff. And that's the most notable things that happened. Because, like, the rest of the movie, it's kind of like this... It's also kind of like a teen drama. Well, it's like a comedy kind of horror film. I wouldn't really even call this movie really a horror film. It wasn't really like... I mean, yeah, there was some gore here and there, and there was some blood, but I wouldn't really call it horrific. You know, I don't know. I just feel like there's like certain criteria for me for a horror film, and I don't really think this movie met that criteria. I mean, sure, it's violent, but I'd say it's more of like a comedy teen drama than anything. You know what I mean? Like a love story too, like a romance, like kind of like a sci-fi. Like kind of, I guess, like apocalypse movie, kind of, like teen drama comedy. You know, that's kind of like a love story too, like a kind of a rom-com in a way. That's kind of what it felt like, you know. And I don't have a problem with that. Like, I think teen dramas can be entertaining if done well. I just feel like even though this film didn't do it badly, as I've been saying, I just think it like didn't do it well to a point where it's notable. You know, it did it good enough to be competent and be watchable, but I really think that this film just couldn't really get past second gear to the point where it exceeded, oh, this is fun, you know, this is whatever. Like, it couldn't really exceed that for me, and I really think that, personally, I do like the concept of, the, like, AI uprising, like Y2K, like, caused AI to, like, rise up and kill all the humans and try to take over the world. I like that idea. I think that's a really fun idea. I just feel like maybe it could have been expanded more. But, like, what if, like, they showed the military trying to fight them, but then, like, the military's vehicles and shit would, like, turn around and start blowing up military bases and stuff. Like, there's cooler, I don't know, maybe that's highly specific, but I'm just saying, like, there's cool ideas they could do with, like, AI taking over the world. And I feel like they only really focused on this small part of it. Maybe even, like, have the AI take over the world for a little bit. Maybe have a post-apocalyptic movie where the AI take over, and then it could be kind of like a situation where they have to, like, kill all the AI to try to restore the world back to what it used to be. You know what I mean? Like, I like those kind of apocalypse movies. Post-apocalyptic movies are pretty cool. But it is what it is. And with that being said, would I recommend it? I don't know. I mean, if you're, as I said, if you're a fan of, like, rom-coms, I guess kind of apocalyptic movies, like, I don't know. If you're a fan of, like, sci-fi-ish type things, I think you could get some enjoyment out of it. If you like concept, you'd probably like it, but I really think that I wouldn't recommend it, like, necessarily, unless those, like, specific criteria, you fall under that specific criteria, because I don't know, it was whatever, you know, and it was just kind of And with that being said, I think I'd rate this film a 6 out of 10. It was alright, it was kind of enjoyable. Fred Durst was the best part, and, oh yeah, also, but I almost forgot, if you're a Fred Durst fan, Limp Bizkit fan, this movie's for you. 10 out of 10. 10s across the board, baby. 10s across the board. This movie is for you. This movie is for you. This is your movie. This is your moment. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yes! Seize it! Seize your moment. I don't know where I'm going with this. If you like Limp Bizkit or Fred Durst, this is probably the movie for you. But with that being said, I kind of liked it. It was whatever. I don't know. Fred Durst he's there. He did good stuff. He's Fred Durst. And, so I think that's some piece I wanted to say. So guys, hope you like this video. Share, friends, subscribe, turn notifications on. Comment down below if you liked it. But you guys know how it goes. I didn't really mean to say that. What I really meant to say was hope you guys hated this video. Unsubscribe, dislike it, tell me what you hate me in the comments. And I've been running to HD off to break shit. And then it's like, it's just one of those days. We don't want to wake up. Everybody sucks. Everything is fucked. Okay. Fred Durst, you are a savior of the earth. You are everything. I don't know where I'm going with this. You know, in this movie, they had Fred Durst in this movie, right? And I just genuinely think that this film was Fred Durst propaganda. They made this film to get you to listen to Limp Bizkit, and that is a sin. That is a cardinal sin. That'll unlock a new stage of hell. For when you die, you will go there. For you making Fred Durst propaganda. Because, you know, it's just one of those days where you don't want to wake up. And everybody sucks. Fucking stupid. We gotta do that again.
I mean...